That's just going to be the entrapment theories. Because I'm also hearing, excuse me, the bigger that they are, it's usually the hardest that they usually fall. Harler. Excuse me. So, Parlor, dog collar, Lucha Roller, Mahler, Parlor. So someone could be speaking in code, but it's also someone is going to discover at the same time. The bait of entrapment is the harder that they need to go, and the bigger the sting in the operation is, the higher the rate that it's going to be. So someone could have got baited in just to see exactly, and I'm hearing exactly where we need them to be. Okay? So I'm going to always offer them major money. Also, the bigger the tag, the more groups I can add into this. So somebody could have like, shit, I want to go ahead and take down more of this group. So what I'm going to do is make sure that we put this up here and make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, too much money, too much chip, there's too much dip on your chip. And they're not going to see this coming. So with them not seeing it coming, somebody's last names could be Cummings. Someone could see that something's not coming. Or somebody could have been the person that's like, shit, I made sure that I released this shit on, you know what I'm saying? Just to see how they can, you know. I'm thinking like somebody could be making sure like I'm gonna keep releasing this shit unbeknownst to these people. You know, they're not gonna know that I'm doing this, but it's like somebody's gonna keep releasing something. But the biggest part of it is at the same time, somebody could be looking at a situation in the scenario is like the entrapment of the, like, you know how people like to do bait and switch, or, you know, police entrapment. They need reactions, responses. Baiting you into provoked situations, criminal activities, hoping to get responses or reactions and those things of those sorts. Excuse me. Staging greetings, staging type of situations. If it's not, you know, flight issues, if it's not gun issues, if it's not blocking you, if it's not trying to stab you, if it's not trying to put you in particular situations. But with this probe occurring how it is, I'm going to have to put more money on the table to convince these groups to say, you know what I'm saying, when I got all these groups going in a particular way, I'm going to make sure that I could wager this situation where it's going to throw a wave. But with this wave, of course, people are going to start connecting, conversing. Some people will start trying to do their own thing. It's just like long as they were able to get the network in a particular way. And with they're doing that, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Meaning I'm going to see how many people are going to take this bait. And I feel like a lot of people took this bait. Because I remember mentioning the name Gutierrez. Lo and behold, what was somebody trying to start following today? That was their worst mistake. So it's like, oh, they actually took the bait. So that's the beauty of the thing. So within the last, give or take, the last 24 hours or whatever, some people have took the bait in the craziest way. The craziest way some people took the bait. And them taking the bait, it's not going to be good. Let's just say, like, the court dates could be effectively taking places in like 21 days. In another situation, like, it could literally take place where they're going to start charging. It's like they could be like literally starting off with like, should I say? Like, nah, I'm not gonna say it. But most often than not, somebody took the bait. Let me put it that way. Somebody took the bait. And with them taking the bait, this is giving state officials, uh, chiefs, police chiefs, local PDs, military, banks. This is now looking at organizations like, mom groups, Facebook groups, NRA, especially gun groups. This is also people that could be tested to be like in pharmacy, phlebotomy, pathology, and things like that. Those things are really getting to like looked into, right? And with people looking into those things, it's just like the main source they're going to look at, like who connect this person to them, and then what does this person have connected to them. And then with all of those connections right there, like somebody could felt like they were like causing someone to run around a situation or things like that. It's like the connection to something very, very big is very detrimental to a group of people, especially if they partner with some people that I like. In my situation, if somebody partnered with a group of people and particularly, yikes, bad juju for one, and things are going to come out in the worst way that they don't expect, right? Also, some people, be mindful, especially if you know that people are into sorcery, witchcraft, botanica type things, and someone's like, oh, I want to give you this gift, just to help you out. Certain things have energy to it. You take those things, you accept those things. Like, I believe in hard work. I'd rather bust my butt for what it is that I need. Like, however long it's going to take them, this is just going to be how long it's going to take me to save up to get that car. Okay, this is how long it's going to take me to have to save up, financial, just to do what it is that I like to do. That's why I don't like for people to be like, oh, let me gift this to you, especially with everything that has happened up until this point. No, thank you. If you held on to it this long, by all means, do what it is that you feel necessary that you should do, that you have been doing, of something that you should have did a long time ago. There's no need to like spin the block and feel like, oh, I'm going to do this. For somebody, this situation is literally leading to an unaliving of children, a children's hospital, an actual hospital is leading right back to a doctor, two people that they could have got off the street, somebody from the Caribbean, somebody like those houses that are above water. So someone could be from like Louisiana, someone could be from like Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. I'm also hearing like the Congo or something like that, like, or somebody could be like from the Virgin Islands or something like that. Like, this crime is literally leading back to these people right now as we speak. Somebody would, like I said, something is very unique. Like, somebody will receive some type of text message or phone call around like 5 o'clock. Also, a May situation is going to come back, or somebody's date of birth or could have been born in the month of May that is coming back. Like, somebody is going to know for a fact that they did something where they thought that they were hiding or concealing something. Also, I'm getting someone going back over toxicology, blood work. So it seems like some people are working overtime to look into something, and I feel like someone ran the DNA of someone that they have in the database, and like I'm telling you, somebody is literally screaming something, and it's like they're, for what they're using and from what they have, and they doing this, is like, how like some people be like, I saw these people digging in your trash, taking your pads. Okay, someone was using this shit for bad, other motherfuckers was using that to go ahead and use in a database. Because somebody thought that somebody they was working with was collecting just to get the evidence to give to them, which of course they still were doing, but they also was doing to do some type of database work at the same time. And in that database work that they were getting that information for, guess what they were finding? Hey, what these people just pulled is leading to so much more. There's a particular woman that is hiding right now, like literally hiding. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sag type of woman, if not a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I'm also hearing in particularly a Virgo or a Taurus feminine, but they cloak themselves in like masculine energy, or they like when you deal with them, it's like a masculine, or somebody could be a transsexual wanting to be a woman, right? And in this energy, someone is figuring out somebody's been lying for a long time. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius woman. This also could have been like a relative, a family member. Somebody could have not known that somebody was a relative, family member. Like something that they said or did is drying up. Also, they figuring out the truth of the matter about someone's military affiliation. Also, someone is figuring out somebody doing something to someone pregnant. Somebody could have been pregnant in July, got pregnant again in October. Somebody got pregnant again in March. Okay. Like this is one of those that they kept causing certain things to happen. And with them, like somebody is like, well, I feel like we already did this and this worked before. A Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, feminine, who's that like very immature, like they got like a mind of like, excuse me, a teenage boy. So like this could be a woman, but they act like a nympho, or this is an older woman that like to sleep with younger boys. Because I feel like if they deal with younger dudes, it feels like they like to manipulate them. An Aquarius as well. So it's two women that's trying to do like a threesome with a younger dude just to control them. And then it's like get them to have some type of animalistic behavior. Whoever this church person is, or a minister or a pastor, masculine is, who could be like, they're into men and their wife could do something with like administration or paperwork, or they could be like a secretary or something like that. They're going to get caught up with something that they did with a police officer. Like it's coming to light regardless. Also something that they did with a mechanic or something like that. And they told these people to watch a person. And I feel like something that came in from a younger female, or somebody could have been messing with somebody underage. And I guess either this minister or this police officer said something that made this woman like get in their feelings, or I feel like they made this younger person get out of their feelings. So back in January, unbeknownst to these people may have thought that, oh wow, this is whoever this young girl is, she's manipulative than a motherfucker. But whatever trap that this person set for some people, they may have thought that they had people watching a person since January, but the people have really been watching them. This person's birthday could be January, June, or July. Something about the first of those months as well. I'm also getting the month of April. April Fool's Day or some shit like that. Because I'm getting somebody saying, look, well, imagine if I would have turned you into the police. I did. And they was like, April Fools. They was not April Fools in somebody. They was dead ass serious. But they had did, for somebody, they did this shit like last year. Especially if you were born between 1991 and 1998, or this person was born between then, or they was born 2001, 3, 8, or 9. Somebody can have been born in 88, 83, 89. Somebody for real. You may have, even if you are the person who was doing this and you could have been trying to do something illegally, I feel like this person actually, since they knew that they had these people looking into somebody on the low, this is like somebody that could have been asking questions about how you say, well, how the feds work? Well, how did they know this? And then how did they know that? And somebody unbeknownst to them, not knowing, they was questioning to ask them that so they could turn in all the proof and evidence up to like, I'm hearing up to 6 people that they turn evidence on. And those 6 people, that has been enough of information for them to carry on to a lot of fucking people. Somebody could have been dealing with like a Virgo. I want to give or take, this person is under 5'4", okay? They might have like shoulder length hair for somebody to like, yeah, shoulder length hair up to their neck or like mid to their back. If it's a transsexual, they like to switch up the color of the wigs. They might do a lot of blonde wigs or really long black wigs down to like their knees. Like they usually like to get it down to their knees or their butt. Somebody could have got like BBL. Somebody could like to get their lips done or something like that. Somebody playing makeup. They snitched on y'all group. Or they currently doing it. But I feel like where somebody could be, I'm getting my lick back. So somebody could be feeling like they getting their lick back by telling on y'all like that. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine, a physical 3D natural born woman, or a transsexual. I'm hearing they getting their lick back. Somebody could have a very immature behavior whenever they get like really mad. Okay. The Capricorn person, they could be like, give or take, I'm gonna say they're in their 20s. They're not in their 30s. They're in their 20s, okay? They could be in their 20s down to their teens. Somebody could have like a cat or a animal, that a black cat or an animal, or like really small pets or something in their house. Somebody could have a bird, a bird that's like brown or some shit like that. Browning sauce. So someone can definitely be from the Caribbean. So like jerk chicks. So someone can be like Trinidadian, Jamaican, Guyanese, or some shit like that, Bahamian. Or they could be like misrepresenting that shit. Or they could be like biracial. They could be Spanish and in this nationality, but it's a female or a transsexual. Also, I'm getting somebody could be like Ecuadorian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Dominican when it comes to a female, but also I'm getting black woman in particularly too, or somebody's like biracial. They could have really nice hair or very curly or curly hair if they use their natural hair. But somebody could have like blonde hair, like somebody likes to keep their hair really straight or something like that. Like when they get it done, or if they wear a wig or something like that, they like their shit to be like really pressed or something like that. I'm getting somebody saying they getting a lick back. They could be good getting a lick back at one to three females, and then it's like up to 10 men that 20 people that they're getting a lick back at. Somebody could traffic weapons. Somebody could have traveled to like water, a lake, a river, a beach, or something with this person before. Somebody could have went to the zoo with this person before. Somebody could have bought this person jewelry. Somebody could have bought this person some type of red, some bracelets, or some anklets or something like that. Whoever this is, that's who's been snitching on y'all on the low. They the one also setting somebody up. They could have called somebody out of state, out of the country. They could have met somebody if they was talking about, oh, let's go there. I'm hearing something about the name Jeanette, Janessa, Vanessa, Jaleesa, Jasmine, Carlisa, some shit like that. They telling on y'all. Also, somebody could have like be a person that's into the music industry or something like that. So this is like somebody that sent out their own personal blast to try to get something going too. I'm also getting somebody could have got a blast in their past. That could be a mechanic, be part of the military, somebody that they know have money. Somebody could be a track star or used to run track, or they could do something musically, or they could be mechanic, work in the factory. They do something. Like this is a person that they could have been trying to pick at somebody. It's like, well, shit, if you're gonna be doing this is like if you recently got exposed about some shit, or you don't know, somebody's gonna find out here soon. Somebody did something on July 6th, 9th, and the 10th. So somebody could be literally working with someone like, you gonna help me get this motherfucker? You gonna help me? Unbeknownst to them, they've been snitching on this person for a while. Or this group, or they know that they work with a group of 4 other men. This woman or this shim or whatever the fuck it is, they snitching on a big ass group, and whatever it is, information that a person sent in, especially if they were asking you about shares, or they realized that they were saying, well, shit, we can't really fuck with the shares of the plea because, we got them in our pocket. But then somebody could have took it upon themselves. If you ever seen like if they on their social media, it was something about like, when the feds are watching you and they'll turn up the volume just to make you believe like, yeah, did you know that the feds be watching you doing da 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 da? Unbeknownst to you, the only reason why that shit coming through on their phone like that is because they reported this information to the feds or whoever it is, because someone may have felt that even though they participated in this situation, this was going to be their way out. So it's a group of fucking men, they thinking that they women are down and they doing this shit, and they really turning y'all in. So this is where this is going to be a valuable situation and a learning fucking curve for certain men. Yeah, that shit is cute and shit, but sometimes it's be the bitches that's either trying to be too loud, too seen, always want some motherfucking attention, super clingy, or always doing some dirty shit, or willing to be eager to do anything just to please you, be the same one that will mistreat you, flip you, and tell on you. Valuable lesson here. Everything that motherfucking glitters ain't gold, baby. They be quick to sit here and saying, "Oh, I'm this," and they go ahead and convince you to go do this shit, but they the ones telling on you. Especially if somebody got ties to this damn music industry. It's like, oh, you doing this? But even though like somebody, they could have just had this like, well, I do want to help them or whatever the case may be, but it's like, this is somebody even convincing somebody like, see, this is their email. This is, it's like, no, it's not. Pay attention to the details of that email. Pay attention to how that communication style is whenever it is or whoever it is that's supposed to be communicating with you. You got to pay attention to that shit. And if you're not paying attention to that, guess what? Now they got they look back on the fact that they know they can go ahead and pull anything over you, and the fact that they can pull anything over you, they can tell anything to you that they know for a fact that when they testing the theory, are they gonna believe this shit is true? Shit, even though they know it ain't true, they know you gonna believe it's true because they already tested you to know what it is what it is you're gonna believe and what you're not gonna believe. But they can make sure that you don't believe the person that you should be believing. They the master this shit. Somebody's a master motherfucking emotional or mental motherfucking manipulator. But the thing of it is, they manipulated a situation where they could feel like that they looking at one person, and these people could be thinking they looking at this one person, and they really looking at them. They watching everything. I'm getting like somebody's shit is watched, even though they got people doing that. They watching these people so they can track them. So anytime like somebody could have been like doing the screen recording, they're watching them do that. So the longer that they stay on here, the more that they can track their cookies, the IP, the location of where these people are. So it's allowing these people to move in at a more rapid but a more pace. So these people don't really know like, are they watching us? Are they not? It's like shit. Why would I tell you? You don't believe what somebody's telling you before, so it's making it even more fucking logical and easier for them to go ahead to just watch these people make their move. Somebody's doing as far as listening to like conversations, and they don't know that the conversations are being listened to. Oh, well, such and such, they own this building, they own this property. Yep, because they got this over here in their house, and they ain't gonna know that it's this or that or whatever. And it's like, unbeknownst to them, there's a thing installed on the tree, but they didn't know it was installed in that tree. They, unbeknownst to them, they didn't know that the installation, somebody hacked into that shit already. And it's like, okay, well, we can catch who's coming in the night. We'll go ahead and make it believe that in this area, we usually have flights coming in. Like, let me teach y'all something. Location is everything. Location is every fucking thing, especially whenever you're doing particular things. Location is everything. Location, location, location. Shit, you could go into fucking projects, but shit, where is that project located? Is it near a military base? Is it near the satellites? Is it near certain things that you know that they do particular things? And if you know that they do particular things in those places, guess what? At any given point that you're in an investigative situation, regardless if it's the police or not, and you know that certain federal things can go on those grounds, that's the perfect location. Oh, the feds come over here a lot. The CIA do. Oh, the ambulance and stuff like that. Why? They have trackers, they have dispatchers, they have locations, IP address, and signals. When you have that in situations in place, guess what? It works to your benefit. Because guess what? Any person choosing to do some sort of investigation and they say, oh, we can't figure this out. Yeah, the fuck you can. You mean to tell me with all these fucking signals, these all pipelines and things like that, you mean to tell me you can't pick that up? At that point, now you got a lawsuit against the state itself. So you mean to tell me that none of the truck people, their trucks not working appropriately? You mean you're not tracking your police cars appropriately? So that means paperwork is not being filed appropriately. So you mean to tell that shit gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And then it's like the deeper that they play into the situation, the more they play into your hands. But it requires you to not be a low down, lazy son of a bitch and not willing to motherfucking read what it is that can actually work into your benefit. You see? Most of the time, some people could get good at it, but if it's a smart lawyer or judge or a person who's actually conducting an effective, genuine investigation, you can tell when someone is trying to emotionally manipulate but it will require you to have a particular type of person that they are using at that time to do that situation. So when you know for a fact at that time of those type of people that they're using, you'll know more or less how that situation is going to go, you know? So when you know how that situation is going to go and how it's going to pan out, you'll have more or less the type of information of what it is, what they're trying to do. So when you know this, you'll do better. Okay, who is this person? It's like, okay, this is the person with the ties to some type of industry, trying to do the runaround. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. I'm doing my best. Who is this? All right. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to deliver this motherfucking message. Because it's going to seem so fucking petty. It really does seem very fucking petty. Something about the name Chantel, Rose, Evelyn, Erica, Sylvia, Sylvester, and not Sylvester Stallone. This is also somebody part of like the flag community. Right now, it's like I am not a fan of the, like, nothing against y'all. You know, you do your thing, nothing against it, but please keep a distance at this time. Because I don't really have a lot of nice things to say right about now. And it's just like, you know, be careful. Somebody, I just mentioned a name and you had no choice but to retract that situation. Now, granted, in somebody's situation, it's like, well, I want to get justice for you because what they did to me and da-da-da-da, and yeah, that's cool or whatever, but however, once upon a time, you were a person that literally chose to go ahead and go against it. And you got to stand on, honor the fact that you did that. And instead of apologize, don't sit there and be in my comments and feeling like it's safe and it's okay to communicate as if this is this and this is that. I don't like fake energy. I really don't. At all. At all. That is the most annoying and the most degrading, low down thing that you could ever do. And then it's like, well, let me figure out the angle how I can approach this person. That's the worst thing you can do. I respect the man regardless. It's like, shit, I wronged you. And if you did what you did, I can honor the fact that shit, if you catch me out and about and it's like, hey, let me holler at you, I did some shit, be upfront. Don't waste my time like, oh, no, don't do that weird shit. That is the weirdest fucking behavior ever. But most of the time, I know anyone talking to me right now is due to the simple fact of their participation and how deep they shit run in this situation. It's like, shit, we need, hey, what you can do off the strip, go tell the big boys. Okay? Go talk to the big boys. Don't come talking to me. Go talk to the big boys. Not me. I like... The best of this situation is somebody hoping to still try to block some type of information. But somebody that's in this situation is like, is working for a benefit. That's the point of being gay. If you don't like women, that's why you be gay. A woman that don't like, men, that's why they become a lesbian. Shit, own what you are, but just don't bring children into this shit. Nothing against it. It doesn't take away that, oh, I could be a great, motherfucker. If you wanted to procreate, that's the sole purpose of being with a woman. It's just a lot of people don't like the fact of hearing the truth. Live in your truth, but honor the truth of the matter is you cannot procreate with the same sex. It's just simple. You don't like the truth. I'm not the person that you need to be hanging out with. Don't look to try to make no friends with me. I'm not here to be politically or try to soothe your emotional about the shit of what it is. Okay? Some motherfuckers, they like the little young tenderonis. That is their motherfucking prerogative. Just long as somebody is legally of age to make that, precise, concise fucking decision. If they 25 years motherfucking old of age, let them make that decision. If they want to mess with your granddaddy, they 25, okay, they can make that. At 21, they ain't got no business making that motherfucking decision. Okay? At 21, you still out here wilding out, trying to be in these streets. You trying to be with everybody's mama, daddy, granny. You still trying to figure out your motherfucking self. By the time you hit about 25 to 27, you should know more or less what it is that you want to make a decision when it comes to your life. After 27 years old and you're more or less doing certain shit, that is your personal prerogative. Who am I to judge you because you 25 and you sleeping with somebody, granddaddy, who got worms, possibly syphilis and hepatitis, let alone diabetes, and on the fucking verge of that? I am not Anna Nicole, but if you want to be Anna Nicole, by all means, you know what I'm saying? That is your prerogative. That is your prerogative. There is more or less that if any given moment a woman sitting there talking about, oh girl, your son fine as fuck, that bitch is going to gun for your son as soon as you are out of her sight. You see? We're fighting for what? But, more people trying to fight for $1 to make your mother holler. Holler for $1, player. There's about to be another storm. If you work for a hospital, you might want to get backup generators. Also, if you're near particular hospitals, you might want to get sandbags. I already said some people better stock up on certain things. Also, like, if you could get non-plugged up, like, what you call those little portable things where you could cook on, or you better know how to start like a little personal little fire so you could cook some food or something like that, or stock up on canned goods. Because some people ain't going to be able to use electrical ports for like a week or so. Up to about a week, yeah. Week to 2 weeks. Chris Jericho. Something about Bermuda, Bahamas. That could be Bohemian. Benita. Somebody's name could be Benita. Benita or Benito. Benita. Or Nita. Anita. Somebody could be from St. Louis. Or Louisville. St. Louis or Louisville. So we got Missouri, Kentucky. Judgment. Somebody's cloaking their energy. Somebody gonna get caught red-handed doing something. Aries. Somebody might want to be careful with a Capricorn, 1, 2. Somebody's birthdays that's in January, February, July, September, or June. Be careful. Especially if you got ties to like Connecticut, Massachusetts, Philadelphia, New York, or Jersey. If you got ties to those places in particularly, you may need to be very fucking careful. Or somebody who's going to plan to do something, strategize, distract somebody. Bad bitch, sad bitch, dirty bitch, yo bitch. Somebody could have went behind what somebody could have been doing, where it's like, I'm hearing somebody say, no deal, I don't want to do that, I'm cool. And whatever it was that y'all could have probably like turned down, because I'm getting turned down for what? This person took whatever it was that you turned down and took it to somebody that could be somebody's like opposition. Somebody could have known somebody could be getting out of prison. They could have got out of jail like a day ago, or due to get out within like, somebody did a 6-year bid. But somebody could have been getting out within the next 24 hours, 24 to 72 hours, another fucking person up until 2 weeks. Or 2 weeks ago, or the last 72 hours, whatever the situation is, where somebody denied certain money or something like that, they took this, whatever it was, went back into, like, somebody could have watched somebody get into something, or go into an app, go onto a website or something like that. They got back in there, they got the information that they needed, they gave it to somebody that they could probably be in the same way. I don't know if it's scamming, this stealing, whatever the fuck this is, and they told them to pick up on this deal. Somebody told somebody to pick up on a deal that I feel like a group of people was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it, whatever. Whoever this immature young and female, and this female gotta be in their 20s. I'm telling you, they in their 20s. If anything, they're not past 31. But they in their teens, 18, 19, somebody could be shit, 16, 17. I ain't even gonna hold you. But the oldest, they're not past 31. But whatever this is, it could be either a female or a transsexual. They went back behind somebody's back and went to do some shit. And I feel like it's a group of 6 or 7 people. It was 7, and it's like 6 people was like, nah, we cool off of this. Somebody, y'all better be fucking prepared for somebody to, whatever it is that they could have helped somebody who could have recently just got out or some shit like that. They took that and gave it to somebody else, and whatever it is, they was planning to go ahead and like tell on another group of people to get y'all locked up, so y'all wouldn't figure out that they did this with their group of friends. So this is like somebody that got some ratchet ass, hoochie ass friends. They could be some strippers. Like, this is why, like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Get your money how you gotta get it. But this is it. Like, for me, I don't ever get disappointed. You know what a stripper's behavior is going to be. You know what an escort behavior is going to be. They're going to be with the shit. It go along with the territory. Someone is, are we not learning the behavior? Because sometimes it's a bad bitch, sad bitch, dirty bitch, yo bitch. And you going to sit there and be the bitch right along with them to get into this bullshit. Like, something don't smell too clean to me. But somebody going to find out the hard way. But however this shit goes down, it's going to look like at least 3 people is going to make it seem like they going against each other, and y'all not. It's this female or this group of transsexuals where I said pronouns, right? The motherfuckers that love to be in them little rainbow communities or shit like that shit. These could be even some of y'all homeboys that be talking about, well, you know me, you be fucking on the low. They love to be a little bitch behind closed doors, but then be trying to act all tough and shit like that. And when they in front of, you know, the other boys and shit like that. That shit right there. If I mention those states, especially if you here in Florida, Georgia, something like that, California, Nevada too. Especially if you sit here battling shit with trafficking guns, gun charges and shit. Like I said, I'm very unbiased. I don't care about what the fuck you do and what you got going on. I'm only here to tell the truth. But if seeing is believing shit, you'll see and believe whenever they do this motherfucking sting. Because somebody's at a hotel and it's about to be a sting in a hotel. I'm not telling you where, but it's about to be one soon. You dealing something with a preacher or somebody that call themselves a fucking preacher and they acting like they go hard in a motherfucker, or you dealing with some motherfuckers from the military or something about some motherfucking guns, you might want to stand down, but if you choose not to, seeing is believing, correct? Correct. Somebody who's hesitant about doing something at somebody's door and you got ties to this police or some water shit, you might want to be careful because they already got some recordings of something about some children, a pregnant person, so somebody did something to a pregnant person. They got evidence on that, especially if it's tied to military, solid or old cold conversation or abuse or something like that. Poisoning, somebody got proof of somebody trying to poison somebody. Somebody got proof. Military. Somebody gave a person a chance and opportunity to communicate something. They gave two people. I feel like it was up to 3. Now it's up to 2. And then with these 2 people not choosing to say nothing because it's like shit, it's 2 people still trying to go at somebody's neck. I feel like it was 4 people once upon a time. One already faded out and a while ago. One faded out that could have had ties to like Montana, Wyoming, Texas or something like that. Somebody could have fell back or whatever. But these other 2 people that's been attacking, trying to do some poisoning or something, medically, clinically, physically, emotionally, like somebody's trying to do something and that shit is coming back to the surface. Somebody could have also told on a person that's Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo who could have got information, or somebody got proof that this person did something to a kid, a little boy in particularly, or something tied to children. Somebody, whoever these group of people are, they're telling it. Somebody got intel on it. Somebody also could have hired a person as part of the underworld or do cybersecurity. And I feel like it kind of shocked somebody in the instance about them finding something. Whatever the fuck they found, I'm getting somebody said, ain't no motherfucking way. Because you know how like some people be paying people to like clear up shit in their database, and whatever the fuck somebody found in their database, it kind of fucked them up. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I'm getting where somebody could be talking to some people or a person or something like that. And I'm just hearing somebody say, yeah, they don't talk too much no more. And the only reason why somebody's not talking so much because it's just like whatever the fuck they were doing, like they're paid to like clear out shit in somebody's computers or their phones or technology and shit like that. Somebody is really good with technology on the low. But it's just like whatever the fuck somebody fucking discover, I feel like this shit is like eating at them internally. That shit is eating the fuck out of somebody. It's like, ain't no way. Like somebody seeing some shit and it's just like. But I'm also getting like somebody trying to question like, well, I mean, maybe it's possibly, because I'm getting somebody like, maybe it's possibly that. But somebody don't know for sure, for sure. Because something about somebody hasn't either came back, somebody didn't communicate something, or it's just like, you know how like you should ask a person something, but somebody has not asked just yet. Somebody could be trying to sneak to do something, or somebody sneakily did something. But I mean, shit, if you're not a person that didn't do the computer shit, how would you know if somebody's doing shit to your computers? Because you're not versed in it. Somebody got paid like anywhere between, excuse me, 3 to 3 to 10,000. Somebody's mad as fuck right now. Like, this is like worse than pissing off like a nest full of fucking hornets. Something about information reaching up to someone can possibly be in North Carolina, South Carolina. Caribbean. There's a group call or a text going on. Like, somebody could be trying to avoid, like, shit, they would have been smarter just trying to call each other on, like, Skype if you were smart. But these are people that'll use, like, Marco Polo app, or they'll use, like, the disappearing part of WhatsApp. You realize that shit goes to the cloud, right? It doesn't ever really genuinely disappear. What's that other one? Some people could be communicating via Hinge, like those dating apps and shit like that. That's the worst thing you could do. Somebody is doing something, but whatever it is. Also, something about military people, that information is getting tracked. So somebody could have went and did something and got intel, and they could have followed this trail about people being underground or doing something, and they could have found out about somebody's ties or affiliations to like street gangs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different type of gangs. We got an Indian gang, so the Native Americans. If y'all ain't know the Native Americans, the motherfuckers go hard, low key. It's either Native American, Alaskan, or Samoan. Then you got the purple flag, so that's like the MS-13s, the Chicano, the Chico, all them like that California gangs, or South California, Mexico, New Mexico, them gangs, cartels and shit. Then you got Bloods, and then you got the Crips. Then you got with the Bloods, Crips. They could be like Rolling 60s or Hoover. Vice Lords, GDs. We got Latin King on here. That's heavy Illinois energy right there. What is it called? Damn, the little machete crew. Is it the Trinitarios? It could be. But the little machete crew, I call them the little machete crew. But see, if you were part of the machete crew, Rolling 60s, or Latin King, it's a female, especially if you got ties to Massachusetts, Connecticut, Jersey, New York, or Ohio, Illinois now. And you also know some motherfuckers that's some Bloods. It's a female. Somebody, if you're gonna travel, you got a better chance taking like a bus than you are the fucking train. But the train, you can low-key go incognito, but the train usually have more fucking feds on that shit than anything. Greyhound do too. Ain't even gonna hold you. But shit, unless you get ahead of this shit, maybe somebody like, I ain't gonna hold you. Somebody is literally 1 to 7 days right before they get arrested. No bullshit. For what and why? And from who? Somebody gonna really need to go to somebody outside of people, whoever the fuck it is that y'all be feeling like is within your inner circle. Because somebody, y'all have up to, we got 7, 8, 9, 15 to 16 people within your own fucking inner circle. They snitching on y'all. And most of them are of transgender or women. You're welcome. But would you figure out who? I doubt it. I really doubt it. For somebody, I'm getting somebody. This is my shit. And I remember singing that shit not too long. It used to be my dog. You was in my left titty. Scream, rather die. I thought you'd die with me. Found you as a bitch. I can't forget shit. That right there. Damn. Somebody right hand, left hand, motherfucking man. 75, 78, 76, 71. We got 93, 91, 96, 97, 92. You could have been born in that year, or somebody born in that year, or a crime or a situation that occurred around them years. Somebody, like, y'all gotta fucking figure out what it is that you doing. I ain't on nobody's side, cause shit. Good side, bad side. I'm neutral in this shit. Choices is yours. This is also going to turn into a situation. Who going to make a situation right, but somebody didn't want to. I'm telling you, it's a motherfucking, some motherfuckers that want to be some fucking females, some females. These are the motherfuckers watching in the background, especially if y'all listening to them. Somebody could also be like, damn, this is a motherfucker that call themselves a leader of a group. Or they could call themselves like, they used to be in the streets and shit like that. Now they a pastor or a minister or some shit like that. But they only became a pastor or a minister to go ahead and keep doing the criminal shit in the church. Because it's like, of course, like I've always said, who gonna ever look at the church like, why would church people do some shit like that? Because they do this shit all the time. This shit been going on for years. Especially in the black community, okay? Black motherfuckers been doing that shit for a cool minute, shit. Black Panthers should have taught y'all niggas that, but shit, they was smart enough. The real Black Panthers, at least they studied the laws before they did any of this shit. It ain't always about the fucking money. You got to know how to protect yourself, whether you gonna do that. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Don't always try to be a crime or a mob or try to be ahead of some shit if you don't know the money. You don't know the ins and outs of the situations. You don't know who the fuck is around you. Like, you gonna know what type of dirty bitches that you have, but you gotta be mindful about certain dirty bitches. Because if a dirty bitch that you can get down with and she willing to go ahead and do certain shits to her own motherfucking kids, that's not a bitch that you keep close to your business. Some other, people get it misconstrued. Oh, that's a down ass bitch. No, that's a dirty ass bitch. Is she willing to go ahead and flip her own motherfucking kids? Don't think she ain't gonna be willing to fucking flip you. I learned that shit a long time ago. If they willing to do that shit to other fucking people, you are not a motherfucking exception to the rule. I don't give a fuck if it's your goddamn grandma. If your grandma can't keep the simple fucking secret that your mama told her, don't feel that she gonna keep the secret for you. Let alone the motherfucking grandkids. At one point in time, you came to her for safety and security. I don't give a fuck how old you is. You could be in your motherfucking 70s and you be taking care of your 80, 90-year-old granny, but they sitting there getting a motherfucking attitude with you and you taking care of them in your motherfucking home. But you remember when your ass was 15, 16 in your 20s and she used to make y'all go against each other as siblings, cousins, or friends and shit. What the fuck make you think they ain't gonna do that shit right now? Let that shit sink in for a little bit. Some people be going so fucking hard in the fucking streets. But when they get ready to hear shit like this, now you sitting here, you ready to go hurt somebody? No, motherfuckers, start listening up to the real shit. And the real shit gonna hit. And these be motherfuckers talking about, I'm a real ass nigga, I'm a real ass bitch. No, the fuck you ain't. Because if you running from the shit I'm saying, ain't shit real about you. You scary than a motherfucker. You hate to hear the truth. of the matter about a situation, but when that ass getting, you are now under arrest, you're facing life. Now we're seeking a whole different fucking tune because, oh, well, such and such wouldn't do this to me. And you looking at them damn discharge paper because your lawyer got you off and you bonded out, but you looking at the damn paper and you seeing it was your baby mama. Your baby mama's mama, your auntie, your sister, and them, they names all on fucking paper, but it's like, damn, but they said such and such. That's what the fuck you get. If they was willing to do it to another fucking person, you're not an exception to the rule. You always pay attention to how people run their mouth around you about the next fucking person. That's why when you conduct in particular business, how people conduct themselves around you is going to predict or dictate how fuck long you gonna have longevity when it comes to your business, your finances, or anything else. That will dictate a lot. It doesn't matter if they living on the dark side or the light side of the situation. How people conduct themselves and how much things that they willing to do, like shit, they could be sneaky all day long. But is you sneaky and you a lie, or is you sneaky that you know how to keep shit discreet, but you will also still have transparency? Some people don't have that. Excuse me. Some people will be, willing to go ahead and do certain shit, and then at the same time, in the same hand, unbeknownst to you, they flipping you. They flipping you. You don't know. You ain't gonna know the truth because they flipping you and they gonna hold shit over your head. I don't know how many times I done seen men that talking about, yeah, my bitch is this, nigga, your bitch, you sitting there taking care of that nigga's kids that she talking to, that she tell you is her brother or her cousin, or that's her sister, and that's her bitch that she fucking on, that's coming on with you, and they y'all always doing some threesomes, and they always making sure your ass leaving and shit like that. No, motherfucker, you taking care of another nigga's kids, and she already figured out how to go ahead and make your ass feel bobo the motherfucking fool. Oh, he giving up this change anyway. Yeah, I made him fuck up on such and such and such and such. Yeah, I low-key recorded it, or I told this nigga to record it so we can go ahead and keep his ass in control. Yeah, I'm cool with his mama and his sister and them. Yeah, I'm cool with the other baby mama. Yeah, girl, I gotta go shoot this video real quick. Let me go make this quick change real quick. One thing for sure, two things you can be certain of. You don't ever, ever get in bed with motherfucking certain people that you ain't got no business doing. That's a fact. That's crazy. Whoever's next door, they just ordered DoorDash. There's a black girl that just came to do their delivery. Like the door is like, I'm sitting here watching it out the window, like, Or probably told them leave it outside the door. This person could be from the church or some shit. Like, ain't nobody gonna know we in here. Are we? Somebody is not that motherfucking bright. Like, you should have walked around the other way. Nah, they could have been just, and it ain't no other way. If they don't walk around, they will probably came this way and walked around, or if not, they over here next door with them. But there's some black people though, which is the beauty of the situation. You know, say it was a cute girl at all. Yeah. Somebody born in 1968 trying to get away with something. Also, this is, I'm telling you, it's going to be a sting. It's about to be a sting here shortly. It's definitely about to be a sting. Something, I'm gonna keep that one because, yeah. Whoever it is, this is tied to a surgeon or somebody that's a registered nurse. So these people could be RNs. They could be having a little YN, somebody that's part of a gang or something like that. Somebody could have got sighted that they was being watched because they thought that they had protection from a police officer and this church person and a practitioner. So whoever they could have had for this practitioner, this person could have like one kid, or they could have just like a kid together or some shit. An older man, a younger woman. Judge and a lawyer. So somebody, they could all work in the same group. Something about the last name Lewis, Lewis. Also ties to Panama as well. So I got Panama, Haiti, African, Black. This is PHA motherfuckers too. This is the Black crew. Somebody could be feeling like they incognito too. Because I told you it was going to be a switch up, because it was like, shit, we're going to switch it up so they ain't going to know it. They don't even know it. A music producer. But this is the Black one, so these are the white motherfuckers that's falling back and the Spanish people falling back. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to... Somebody keeps trying to manipulate it, like to throw somebody off their senses about what it is that they're doing, but somebody do have gang relations. This female could have been trying to cloak the fact that she do have gang ties since a little girl. Somebody could have also poisoned somebody, or poisoned a little girl, or poisoned a child. Like for me, I know like with my girls, that bitch is so fucking dirty. Regina is dirty than a motherfucker. That's why I hated the fact that nigga had my kids there, man. Like I keep thinking about my babies, man. Sarat be acting like her mama, and she probably torturing the fuck out of my girls. Like, nigga, if your mama did that shit to you, what the fuck make you think he ain't gonna do that to my goddamn daughters? Like, everything in my soul, Lord, please, just make me release this shit, because I don't give a fuck about what nobody doing. Be mindful. Don't be fucking with people that's trying to sort some shit out, man. Be mindful. Because whatever type of bippity boppity boo or some shit you planning to do is going to backfire, and for somebody it's going to cost you your motherfucking life. Somebody's going to end up trying to do something. It's going to sit somebody on their motherfucking ass, and it's going to make their ass reconsider to understand, just because it's like, oh, it's all talk till that shit ain't. But at the same time, any fucking police officer that do end up coming on that scene, for somebody, they're going to be like, she's supposed to get a... No, they own that person's grounds and territory. Because the thing of it is, somebody's going to take somebody's driver's license or something like that, and they coming out of state is going to prove the point that if somebody had to run that case, even if it comes to a judge or a police officer having to process that shit, them coming out of state, regardless of how they try to gaslight that shit, that officer that take that shit and do that fucking report, they'll get sued right the fuck along with those people who's coming back to like bother somebody. And then whoever this Virgo person is, whoever this Aries person is, whoever these people from the medical field or somebody's family or this church and shit, you gonna do some shit and you sitting here already still trying to send somebody in that they know they dealing with some shit, or you know, trying to come finish the job and they went to go catch the STD to go sleep with somebody. Like, whatever this weird shit is, you're looking to go ahead to cause y'all motherfucking selves to put yourself in a situation that ain't nobody getting out of that shit. Nobody. But the person that y'all going towards, they gonna be good. They gonna be straight. But somebody keep going over here feeling like they gonna be doing some shit, or you doing something, you ain't doing a whole lot of nothing, but just sitting there like, oh, I can irritate. No, not really. You know what I'm saying? Just long don't start nothing, won't be nothing. These are motherfuckers that start shit and don't ever finish nothing. But then there's also them that love to put people in predicaments where you could be starting, you're doing good, but they'll fuck that shit up so you know you won't be able to finish it. And it's not like you're not able to, it's just that energy or the hostility that's created around you. You'll be like, man, ain't none of this shit worth it. I'm going to keep it pushing. That type of shit. Whatever this is. But it's like, these are fucking people that are now learning. They know better than to say some shit. Because you're going to know exactly where they came from. It's like somebody going to say just like the smallest detail and you're going to know exactly who sent them. Somebody going to say something, the smallest fucking thing, you're going to know exactly who the fuck sent them. And for what. But either way it goes, for somebody, it's like, in my instance, it's like, shit, keep calm, keep cool, shit. You know they fucking watching the good ones and the bad ones, but there's more good in this situation than bad. So it's just like, regardless of what it is, it's like the good is outranking the bad regardless in this situation. So the worse that they keep doing shit, the bigger the case. Because I'm getting whoever is solving the case in this situation, bruh, they go down in the history books. Because like the people that they get in this situation, damn, like I'm getting whoever the fuck they gonna be arresting in this situation, because they already got a load. But it's like, I don't know if they trying to do this in increments or they trying to do this in a particular way, but they watching who all they trying to send in. They watching who all trying to, do the controls on the social media and shit like that. Because somebody like, yeah, they watching her, so they ain't gonna watch who we bringing in. They doing this and they are you sure? It's even getting to a point where I know that they got like, okay, how they be watching my phone and shit like that, like, oh, how I'm gonna eat and stuff like that. They watching all of it. That's why I'm just like, They've been paying attention to the Veterans Affairs and who they've been trying to do shit underground to hurt people. It's a black dude that's gonna go down like a motherfucker. Then it's a white dude that could be a general. He could have been in like the cavalry or something like that. Could have been doing something with the Trojan horse. So somebody could have been doing something with the cybersecurity, internet, but also with a politician. Like this shit is about to be bad. But it's a female doctor, practitioner, a transsexual, or some females that's doing some shit. And whatever it is that they doing is getting everybody caught up. Everybody. It's like, shit, the harder you watch, the more is revealed. The more revealed is more given to physical locations. Because I'm getting, the more they try to block or stop shit, the more that it's revealing more stuff. Because I feel like they could be like something about Morpheus or Morph or something. Like something about in the computer system that they can do something. Somebody could also be trying to do spiritual work. Certain smells, so somebody could be around me like, shit, death is literally on somebody. It's like somebody around me, like death is like literally on them, whether they see it or not. Especially if they're a Gemini of some sort or an Aquarius. Some of these motherfuckers don't know how to swim. Somebody gonna go somewhere and they don't know how to swim. They thinking like, okay, keep that one to yourself. I want to see that one. Shruta, you are so demented. It's okay.